Hey guys, I have a story. I got a new train. It's part LGB, part PIKO. This is the White Pass train from Skagway, Alaska. And this is the story of why I suddenly needed an Alaska train and how I eventually put this set together. This might be our train. Better walk faster. We're in Alaska. Skagway, Alaska. Back in September, Mia and I went on a cruise, and we took this train ride in Alaska, and I didn't realize it at the time until we were on the train that I'm surrounded by LGB, but in real life. At the time, I didn't own any White Pass trains on my layout. I knew they existed, they just didn't really interest me. I don't think I'd ever even heard of Skagway, Alaska before. But of course, once taking this crazy ride, I was like, okay, now I need these trains. So of course, immediately following the cruise, I was on eBay and searching online train stores trying to find LGB White Pass trains, and they were really hard to find. And/or had gotten very expensive, but really I could barely even find them. But I was pretty determined and I kept looking. And eventually I came across this incredible Facebook Marketplace listing. It was a very nice lady who I think was looking to downsize. Her kids were grown and she was moving. This was like the family layout and it had to go. The listing was for all the trains, all of the track, some of the accessories. Some of the structures were individually priced, if we wanted those too. So of course I contacted her immediately and said I'd very much like to give those trains a loving forever home. And she was happy to hear that. And we drove over. Look at that. Seeing the layout in person, I kind of felt badly about taking it apart. This layout was built by her husband and brought many years of Christmas joy. I know in some ways we were doing her a favor. Each piece of track still needed to be unscrewed. I had to unwire things from under the table, and then, we're packing everything up and taking it away, which is, when you're moving, sometimes it's just one less thing to deal with. A little sad, but I'll certainly give these trains a good home. When it's time to let go of something that's kind of sentimental that you've had for a while, I think it does help knowing that it's going to somebody that's going to appreciate it. As for the passenger cars, I could not find LGB. I know they exist, and I know it wasn't even that long ago the last time they were released, but finding a set of 3 or 4 passenger cars, it was just impossible. But I was able to find PIKO. So next I thought, wouldn't it be cool if Mia and I could be on the train? So for this, Mia 3D scanned me using her iPad, and then she brought it into Blender, where she cleaned it up and did some additional modeling to make it look better. And then first we printed it with filament. That is the coolest thing ever. Generally, I think a lot of model railroaders try to model things that are familiar to them, like towns they grew up in, or maybe they try to have their home on the layout, or something of that nature. And now technology is at a point where you can actually model yourself, and you could potentially populate your layout with you, friends, family, people you know in real life, pets. That kind of adds a whole new level of customization and personalization to your layout. I think that's just the coolest thing ever. And then we finally tried our resin printer. That's so cool. And then of course we also needed a Mia. Mia's sitting on this new rug we just got. Oh, it's a mittens rug. Alright, I'm going to end here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Good night.